On this map, they've chosen to start on the attack side NRG, which plays into potentially the Boaster Odin. So he's going to be playing it around tree. Then when the sides swap, you get it coming out from Som and Brock. Again, it's a weapon to watch on Lotus.
Yeah, no big changes here, obviously.
Well, I mean, there is one for NRG. They were playing the Neon previously, swapping in that Raze instead now. It changes how you play it a little bit. You're probably going to be going for less like fast ideas right at the start of the round, but Mud is very good on that Raze as well. And the nade is a great tool, especially to deny plants or in your own after plants.
He has been playing with the
Do I have it twisted?
Maybe you do, but
I'm sorry, you're so right. I'm thinking of their Haven where he's flying now.
It happens. 3 sides. It absolutely happens. For a second. Sometimes you make me second guess myself, and as you should. For the side of Fnatic, I know that we've talked about Kaya, talked about Alpha, Chronicle, and Boaston, and we have barely mentioned Crashies. We know that this head-to-head of Crashies versus NRG is something that we spoke a lot the previous time that they face up against each other, but I need him to show up. I feel like he has been having also such an amazing tournament. The making things easier for the rest of the players, especially in Lotus, has to go through Fade.
The way that Fnatic like to play, they put bodies over towards C and play A for like the re-clear, the spam. I'm looking for NRG to be buying up maybe Sheriffs, Guardians, Odins, counter-spamming into tree and put pressure on Boaster. I really think that he, from an IGL perspective and just with how he's responsible for defending Rubble, is key to the first half here.
Yeah, that's right. Well, folks, if Fnatic want to be able to keep themselves in this series, this map right here is critical for them. But NRG could very well go up 2-0, and that is danger zone. Let's send it back over to your casters. Here's Pansy and Hypoc yet again.
They say that pressure is a privilege. There's truth in that fact that they've made it this far for Fnatic, but map 1 was a blowout by all rights, Mike. 13-3, 2 of them a pistol round win. This cannot be the same story. If they want their legacy to be etched into that trophy, you gotta start now, or that new generation, that young blood is on for this.
And I've got to come back to a similar talking point that I made in map 1 and the previous series as well. This is Fnatic being contested in a way that they are so alien to experiencing. It's total disrespect to the macro game that Fnatic like to employ in Valorant, and it's just a joy to watch. NRG happy to concede this space and almost embracing the question marks that Fnatic like to rely on.
There will be NRG on the attack, and I can imagine the pressure, that pace will continue, but it's a 4-man stack on the other side. Fnatic are in the right place here. Lovely paranoia and a quick fight, but it's Marder instantly quelling that aggression, and Scuba, gotta be careful, was caught by that. He actually gets to keep his life here. Fnatic falling away from the fight.
First engagement not going their way. Some chip damage, sure, but NRG going to be fairly comfortable.
Just looking at Som there for a second, wondering if he was going to get involved or maybe just expecting someone to re-clear this, go for a walk late.
Toxin screen down.
Now almost reading into potentially somebody slipping the net on C. Boaster with a visual check, but going to be anything on the other side of that. I don't think Som would have caught a footstep or anything in terms of the rotation here, but Fnatic actually will dig their heels in, will set up a crossfire, put Crashies over towards the elbow, and now NRG going to find themselves a wide open A site.
30 seconds left.
They are orchestrating the perfect scenario for themselves. And again, you imagine Som late round here too. There's going to be that turret in the way, but that's about all the resilience they'll feel towards B. To be handled swiftly, it is. NRG now looking to find stability and comfort in the post plant. Pausing for a moment, maybe expecting a flood back in, and there is pressure coming through door. That could be the swing factor. Good trade for Boaster as well as they try and fight through. But Ethan putting up some numbers, but put back to bed. Crashies and Kron up against Scuba and Som. Who takes that contact? It's already Scuba. It's gonna be Scuba, starting things off with a bang.
Again, even at the point where Fnatic decide to take some of these engagements, NRG able to find the crucial kills, the ones that allow them to then stabilize on site Alpha. In those sort of situations, good for a couple, but traded off so quickly here. NRG again happy to let the round breathe after finding a first blood. Leave Fnatic guessing.
It just feels like such a champion mentality too, to be able to understand what it feels like to be on the other side of Fnatic, who are, you know, the player down in that, would love a bit of info, take a bit of a gamble.
Teams so often choke when Fnatic slow things down. They feed into the extremities, they walk into these traps. NRG embracing that, welcoming that sort of play style.
It's actually brilliant to see. Now, grouping up this time. The other side, it will be Boaster. Still has the paranoia, and Crashies sees their prowlers, but you're looking at weaponry, it's classics. So, again, NRG shouldn't have too much issue with this. Gonna just check on that close left cubby. No one noted for Marder. Okay, so this could be the green light to go.
Util here, Boaster. Slow it down with the paranoia, but only really buying himself a couple of seconds. Be able to prevent that. Actually, Brook's down. Chronicle's down a second.
No way you're getting two there. Hold on, there's some life in this round yet. Kayak with a quick grab onto the Odin as well, as Ethan and Marder are on the run, but Marder, being a bit of a madman here, tries to get in their faces by a couple of seconds for the plant, and Ethan finds a man, drops him, huge work. They're doing what they need to with the weaponry, still good! But audacious play from NRG, that is what you want to be seeing! Confidence and aggression, no matter the scenario.
Flipping another disadvantage of NRG, even when Fnatic get the upgrades. Again, an Odin and a Phantom here. I mean, yeah, I believe it was Ethan, and Marder only had a Stinger as well.
Yeah, it was nothing.
But three singular approaches here from Fnatic on the way back in. Picked two pieces. I think for Fnatic almost anticipating them sitting deeper, tucking back into ratty spots considering the inventory. Boaster will do his best cosplay. Actually, yeah, it's more damage on the backside of that.
Brook knows how to be playing this too, right? This, again, look, we've seen the Fnatic historically have run this a very long time. Big util dump there and no reward. Lovely read of what was the expected reaction. And it's all now eyes on Alpha. So much on his plate, he's left running.
My ult is ready.
Can't really contest this. No util at the choke point here, but does have a rifle to play with. Marder already applying pressure though. Will allow safe passage for NRG.
Got to get a say in this Fnatic, or they are going to be absolutely herded out of here. But some going to fall. Going to find comfort in the smoke as he normally does. Big ult going to come through though. Scuba going to find Kron. It ain't over yet. 4v4. What's the post plant looking like?
Players actually looking to reset here, but Brook and Boaster both finding kills.
Blow for blow in this one, and Kayak trying to just shift a little closer, take away some of that space. Alpha still hesitant to even come closer here.
So much time has passed, Lauren.
They've got to get a move on. Kayak just going to fly on in, and NRG play back on the site. You can't get past Brook. NRG locked in now.
Starting to feel themselves very early on. The second map here. Again, more signs of hesitation on the side of Fnatic. It's just such a huge concern. Again, Milan's talking about, you know, everybody needs to start talking, communicating. Makes me feel as if internally there's no real direction from Fnatic in some of these. And it's reflected in what we see.
Because you're not getting any breathing room for the individuals to shine. You're not seeing Fnatic looking control at all. NRG at the helm of this until then. Boaster with one, but you've got to find a whole lot more. Big paranoia, big shot. Kayak, Chronicle, finally looking alive! Fnatic, giving the crowd a reason to cheer, but it took some damn time.
Need a couple more of those to get Fnatic back into this series. We'll find their first here. Like a brilliant response from Kayak as well. Yeah, absolutely.
Together. They need some of this. They were looking out of this, Mike, and I know we've talked death.
Let's go, Fnatic!
How much it would mean for someone like Boaster. The voice beside him, seeing others lift the trophy that they've desired the most. That is something you earn here. All of that desire gets you nowhere.
NRG just looking to brute force their way back into this part of the map. Disrespect once more. Damage done, but Boaster has to retreat.
Does, but falls back well, can invest the smoke, the pressure, the tempo is high. Starting to try and speed up on the site here. Looking at the blind coming out, the paranoia is there, Marta. Great work there. Showstopper to follow. NRG, blow for blow in this. That tempo ain't shifting to your favor. Until then, Boaster still desperate to hold up, but they try and chomp onto the bit. And Marta's still hunting, still hungry for another target. This might be called for a save already.
NRG are just so decisive, so quick to pounce on anything. They don't want to give Fnatic room to breathe.
And you talk about leadership as well, and I know obviously Boaster there is an icon for that in his own very unique ways. But on the other side, Ethan has these boys in line. I mean, they are absolutely fighting on the same page. As you said, I liked what Fnatic did in that previous round, but then NRG went, cool, we'll do it too.
Well, yeah, in terms of the mental game, look at it. The following round, they just go, well, don't care about your setup, we'll brute force it. And like I said, Boaster has no say in this. He has to retreat. And then as soon as they're spotting somebody, like here, the isolation on crashes, immediately then Showstopper to potentially find Chronicle. Boaster doesn't even have a chance. NRG are just so happy to take risks, but take risks together, time and time again. Fnatic ride the wave of having freedom versus so many opponents. And here they are not being given that opportunity. NRG leaving nothing to chance.
I like that. Marta just soaking it in. Timeout for Fnatic. He's the man up against you, and they didn't see the best of Marta yet, I don't think.
No, I come back to that same thing. We caught a glimpse of Ethan and Som egging him on, just like, yeah, cool. What, he was 2-12 in opening duels of Ascent, and they're still like, you're better than him. You're better than him.
Swing him.
Don't back down. Keep going forwards. And here you can see that this is the benefit of that sort of internal dynamic, is Marta being able to shine in map 1 and be so pivotal at the start of map 2. It is truly a joy to watch.
It is. And to see it at a level where there's such thin layer of difference between the two teams on occasion, right? They're great teams. They're grand finalist teams. This is Champions. It's the best of the best.
Like I said, one of the most storied organizations and rosters and IGLs in Valorant here. And they are getting simply outclassed.
That's what they have to overcome, Mike.
I actually can't believe it feels like it's happening again, where Fnatic have just come, not necessarily unprepared, but
unstuck, unmade.
Yeah.
Let's see. Again, the timeouts weren't landing for me. Kayak. Oh my word, live and die by the sword, I guess. And it felt desperate. NRG get to reset this one. They don't lose too much. A bit of a chunk of damage on Marta, but Kayak lost on the other side as well.
Well, first time that actually Fnatic going to be in a position to deal with the second layer of NRG's mid-round. Chronicle and Alpha here to potentially... nothing, Alpha doesn't even go 1-for-1.
This just feels like we're slipping into Fnatic's nightmare here. Some of their big players, their headline stars, are absent. Alpha 1-4, no real chance to play in. And the strength of NRG standing side by side into the post plant. Damage is done, great C's coming through, but nothing to be made of it. No next layer, no pounce on the trap. And now what can they do? The paranoia goes in, still feeling no pressure until then. Crashies delivers the bullet. And then the ult on top here, but look at Ethan. This guy could be their unmaking. Bullet to the side of the brain, and they put just Chron alive. NRG are just confident in everything they do. They back themselves, and you see why. This is amazing work from NRG. I cannot stress it enough.
Putting on an absolute clinic. Again, massive risk to be taken here by Kayak, but it's a solo endeavor. Again, even, I mean, there's certain elements, Alpha committing to, he's a player that you put him in a corner and he will deliver potentially 3 or 4 kills sometimes. I mean, so to see him just fold, Chronicle not able to even capitalize on that.
Let's make some chaos.
It is truly telling to how it must be internally right now for Fnatic on the stage.
Next test. getting under the skin of Fnatic here. Now a change up. Working towards that orb, they got it. Ethan now all ready to go, and Fnatic almost overreacting, having to over-rotate, taking a gamble in a sort of round like this and leaving Boaster on an island.
The Guardian, difficult to string multiple kills together. Too far from the spam there. I'm surprised Marta didn't take more damage, but Som elsewhere, picking up the kills. It's 3 for Som.
It's just magic to watch. They're getting everything they want. Dreamy work from Som. Thought maybe 2 was going to be enough there, but that completely unlocks the map.
Crash is going to challenge here, but not even Som to find it. Brock will secure. Boaster now shut down. Flawless round from NRG to find their 6th. Fnatic just they can't find anything.
Can't get going.
No.
They are being shut out, shut down, and kept on 1. Let's see what you got here.
Wow, Sam. Holding it down at Mount, huh, Twin?
And it's chill for NRG.
Yep.
Just going through the motions. Ken Alpha sitting at 1 and 5.
You just don't see it normally.
No.
You just don't. And it's credit to NRG because, again, no one else makes Fnatic look like this. It ain't just an off day. This is being dictated to.
Face your fear.
Kayak stands his ground. Great delivery on 1. Slips to a deeper angle and does get out alive. Man to the good. Taking away Marder.
Now NRG decide to respond now. Som does have the TP. Scuba 1 away from the pit as well, but actually Som just gives up the angle. He's going to spot him though.
Oh!
And still found the kill!
He can't do anything wrong! Oh god, I thought he was just going to shoot through the smoke and get Alpha as well. The stars aligning for Som. And they're just walking the map, taking names, man.
Crashies left on an island to try and anchor. Side about the pit invested on the back of nothing outside C. It's going to be the green light for NRG. They hear that go off. They know it's not here.
Yeah, absolutely. And they go on this. We've said that they have no hesitation about how they approach this. They play as one, playing as a collective. Crashy's trying to sit a little bit deeper, hold a bit of space. Does he see the pixel out of place? He doesn't. Ethan beheads him. And it's looking simple again. It's looking like it's all too comfortable. Pick goes up, and this doesn't even look approachable.
No. Fnatic have to save it. I mean, Boaster actually can't TP out. Unless he finds a couple of kills here off of spam alone. There's nothing for Fnatic to follow through on.
The door is looking shut here. And Boaster, try as you might. The only good outcome is getting to live at this point. NRG are just a cut above. There's not much more to be said here.
No.
You can get a couple of exits.
Yeah, a spade a spade. This is absolutely textbook from NRG.
Good God. So far, what? Fnatic have had 4 rounds in total. Sum total, 4 rounds.
I mean, almost expecting a time. We were talking about the timeout being hit so early on in map 1. And even hearing Milan kind of allude to some of the mental issues that are going on.
We are better than them individually, all right? I don't want it to...
I mean, Alpha desperately trying to, instill some confidence in his teammates. But by the way, every single time, Mada is just on his feet, staring down Fnatic.
Well,
it's
something about America's team, Ethan on the stage. At least he's not on the desk yet.
Talk about, embracing this pressure. Relishing in it. What a shot that is.
Truly, the new blood up against the old guard. Both standing tall, but one stands with 7 rounds to only 1. And we can talk about that mental aspect, yes, we can talk it to death. But it's not just that. It's not just the aim. It's not just those small aspects which do matter. This has been an overall read and then some from NRG. Preparation has been perfect. Their antis are good. Their overall ethos of just knowing how to approach this has been stunning.
Yeah, I mean, Bonka worded it better than I ever could. It was like, we know what they do, we know the timings, we let them do it.
Yep.
We let them do it time and time again. Like I said, I was waiting for the moment in the map 1 where Fnatic drifted back into set pieces, looking towards full-on XX, but it just never came.
Toxin screen down.
Puff of the chest here from Fnatic once more on the back of Kayak and Boaster. Kayak, for the first time, will find a little space to move into.
But are they afraid to overreact? Are they afraid to feed into it now? Kayak still trying to stand tall. A deeper line adopted than ever before. Prowler will connect and forced off. Still diligent in their clears, NRG.
It's glass cannon, by the way.
Oh my god, it is.
Yeah.
You're right, I didn't even notice that. He's going back for seconds. He's feeling brave, he's feeling bold, and maybe that's what they need. It's costing them some time. He's buying a lot of space here. I like this from Crashies. Getting involved, getting ahead. Does he get away? He does.
Slip away here, shut down Brock.
That was all for just one kill.
Yeah, look how hard they have to work for it. Crashies comes away, clinging to life.
Nice reposition, good shot, Kayak. Key in this. They have one out on the seaside, but it's a 5v3. This is the best opportunity for Fnatic yet, and it could be one that absolutely breaks their back and heart if they lose it now.
Scoop attacked off that angle as well, down to 66, but Plant will come through. Mada continuing to explore.
Mada, are you ready for this one, Fnatic? It doesn't matter, he's still good for one. The 2v4 here. Ethan then, feeling like he's next up, finds one, drops him, Hawk goes in, Scuba stands as well, NRG working down Fnatic, body by body. Zekron and Alpha, two of their heaviest hitters, have to find the next stab, and NRG in an unwinnable scenario, doing the unthinkable, and Chronicle, he'd been trying to stand against Marder, and this time, you can't stand at all! Fnatic folding, as NRG could not put a foot wrong.
What a follow-up from Ethan to continue applying pressure behind Mada here. And they get just absolutely no fear whatsoever. Scuba sending Fnatic around the houses trying to hunt down these kills. I come back to the same statement. Look how hard Fnatic have to work to even pin a player down on NRG.
That was a first-class round. What was it, a 2v4? Okay, well, something. But I still can't write it out. You still got Ethan, you still got Som, you got Brock still standing.
Alpha does still have Chronicle here, both with Guardians. Alpha does have the lockdown. Kayak, now on the back of that kill, does have the showstopper. So certainly, yep, an advantage here for Fnatic.
Nice. Oh, it's not nice enough yet, though. Ethan took a little bit of damage on this, but the respect given. The back potentially just that Odin in Brock's hands. You got to be cautious here, but Kayak gonna find Brock. Ethan, I mean, this was tough before. It's impossible now. It's Kayak back with some big shots. He's gonna give them a lifeline. But Mike, it's still just a second round.
Yeah, it's only a second. It's, I don't think we were looking at potentially positives for Fnatic to find in map 1. They did, but again, there were so few and far between that didn't amount to them gaining any sort of momentum or taking away the control from NRG. I mean, luckily, this one comes in a thrifty, but again, it's round 10, man.
Okay, can you get momentum? Can you string together some rounds? Harder. Lucky to be sitting so healthy after that. Looked pretty on the money. Boaster is going to be forced off this. There's not as much comfort as they'd normally get.
Rotation coming through preemptively here. Kayak wants to be in the right spot to find this showstopper, or find value from it, at least.
Bring them down.
Fnatic, first time, looks as if they've got the correct read here.
Bomb by down.
Yeah, but Scuba's still got Cron. They can cancel on this now. Sends the showstopper, finds nothing for it. Scuba's still here, still dropping bodies. And look at the C site, it's wide open.
Sorry, some TP'd out of that, by the way.
How?
Uses all to get away. I need to see how that actually panned out in Tree. Down to 28 HP, but secures control of C now. Alpha does have the lockdown. Has to find something ahead of it.
Oh, this is still rough around the edges. Boaster gonna quell the aggression on CT though, gonna find Som and bring it back to a 3v3.
Forcing Alpha to actually reposition to use this lockdown. So won't get benefit in terms of that default placement. Well, at least get them back onto site here.
Still a line to work with though. Marder does have ult as well, so don't forget about that. There it is, coming in quite late. But just gonna be propping up that space, keeping control of water. Shine the Dark doesn't get what he needs, but then gonna slip towards site. Kayak starting to fire on all cylinders though. Marder puts it back to bed as NRG just gonna make Alpha stare at what could be, but he can't do anything about it. A desperate attempt, but he knows it's done. NRG are just unrelenting.
And the perfect response, the perfect way to employ the Odin in this sort of scenario. And NRG happy to, cool, invest the lockdown, absolutely fine. We've got a slice to play with. Yeah, what is that? What is that TP, man?
Don't understand.
It's just outrageous.
I've never seen
Left
this.
speechless.
Yeah, genuinely. And at 2-9, not much really to say about this. NRG has said, how many fine words can we create for them? Expecting an aggressive look here, just on the wrong side of the map.
Same thing that happened towards the end of the first half on Corrode as well. Now anticipating finally the switch up.
Very diligent in their clears though. That Prowler invested just to make sure. They seem to be reading well. This would be the expected go-to.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like NRG have Fnatic's playbook in their hands. Kayak. Ooh! What a second, actually.
How much more? That was it, but still gave them a good chance at this. Ult gonna come in on top, send them scurrying. Scuba trying to be a threat in the back lines, but backs away. Plant should be up next. 4v3.
Scuba noted now, but Rourke does still have the Odin. I don't want to see Fnatic leave this too late. As previously able to rely on this, but now, again, defying expectations. Rourke's on site.
Som, operator, finds a man. Boaster gone now, even numbers. Utility coming in thick and fast though. Som now going to steady up, trying to find those next players to drop now, but it's going to be on Crop. Som misses one. There's still life to be had. Scuba, you're not going to do this. Oh my God, 8 HP, running around the houses. But just about in time, Fnatic clinging to life, Michael.
It's just by such fine margins that they're even able to get a third on the half.
3 rounds is all they walk away with. Yes, in slightly better places, but that is devastating. NRG looking simply untouchable. Okay, checking back in. We'll be jumping into that Coinbase Econ report in just a sec, so you can have a little look as to how it's shaking down. But I think a lot of us can imagine it will be an NRG player at this point.
Yeah, no surprises. Just, again, what, 6 rounds in total so far in this series? I think 3 of them have come from, well, basically half buys or thrifties from the side of Fnatic. So NRG in total control of the finances. And I'm at a loss for words. It's rare, I know, but at a genuine loss for words at what we are witnessing here, Lauren.
It's to see such a difference.
Yeah.
To see such a gap between the two teams. And not just on one map now. We've seen it on multiple. We're here in map 2 and it feels like a familiar tale. However, big upswing from Marder. Looking like he's made for this stage.
Absolutely, yeah. I think you can see now that he's starting to embrace it, that it's causing real issues for Fnatic. I mean, it's about the lapless the crowd has been so far this series. If ever there was a time to find that magic, find a comeback, it would be now.
I'll find you.
Feel the weight of it really, don't you? Even if you lose, you want to go down swinging.
Yeah, not like this.
For NRG, you don't want to take a second away from this. Not to let them rebound. You want to stay on their throat the whole time. Be cold, be brutal. Let them know. The crowd trying to bring Fnatic back here. Now on that attacking side, NRG, of course, on the defense.
Rourke and Marder both taking a chunk of damage here. Again, getting to that point of the round where Fnatic need to find some point of weakness or an opportunity for them to progress. NRG not biting just yet. Happy to commit towards the setup. It's Som, ever the anchor.
30 seconds left.
Control A site will be here to at least pick up on some of these sound cues. Fnatic, yeah, just
on this, but there's the plant going to come in. It does still have spike, so I get a bit nervous if he's the one exploring deeper. But for now, sees they're maybe preempting.
That's a good nade. Very
the retake. Yeah, lovely from Kayak. And he's been the bright spot in the dark for Fnatic. One who stepped up nicely as Alpha fancies a go. Here we go. Fnatic there. Finally showing some teeth to them. 4th round now.
Currently sitting at 18 and 9, leading the server. Kayak, sorry, to come forward and immediately on his feet. You can see here, trying to give his teammates something to get behind.
Come on, then!
But a long way back into this.
It's the start they needed. NRG, though, to be a little bit dangerous. That's 5 players, and that's only a smoke holding them. And they're going to burst through now. On the timing of the reload, they make it count. Great work from NRG. It ain't over yet. They're still holding on to this. Marder and Brock actually now outgunned. Be careful. Down on 14 HP, Marder does get to backpedal away.
So where the Vandal fell
There
here,
it is.
yeah.
Ooh.
Desperate to try and find that. Fnatic will be given a chance. NRG on the move though, you're right. Yeah, they're very quick to rotate.
Couple of smokes still to play with though, so Fnatic can string their way across here, but Marder and
Marder's got
Brock,
satchels as well.
I'm scared of this kid. Only on 11 to 8, but those 11 kills have broken the Fnatic hearts before, and he's here so damn fast! Couldn't quite deny Boaster. If you talk about him stepping up to the moment, this would be it. 2 more to find. Spots the first. Great shot from the RGL! Up out of his seat, trying to bring Fnatic back to life.
I'm not much of a lip reader, but he's saying, boys, please don't put me in this position. I can't take it. But once more, look how hard they have to work just to drag it across the line.
This is the first real challenge now. The bonus, but a well-invested one from Fnatic, and NRG bringing out the double Odin. Oh, and Marder. You're gonna check on Marder, right? You're not gonna forget about Marder! You can't forget about him! Again, this guy! A thorn in the side perpetually! Playing up towards Rubble. Kayak Alpha and Crashies. This is a hard one now to play into.
Yeah, and the trade-off here is actually losing Boaster and Chronicles, so going to have much in the form of utility to rely on in this mid-round to set themselves up. It would be huge to find number 6.
That's when it feels possible, right? That's when you start feeling like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, Kayak's actually one away from a showstopper here. It would be a huge tool to find. It's very late to bait out the wall and try and rotate here, but you can see the pings. Maybe called from Boaster, who has to sit back and watch this one pan out.
Seconds left.
Here we go.
McGraw can spam these angles, by the way.
Yep.
He's in a position to do so.
This plant isn't easy, and they've got to know that. They've got to know the Brook is alive. They've got to know the Odin's still in play. What are we doing? NRG gifted. One on the way in, and now the spike left isolated on the site. Oh, this is awful. Kayak almost caught on the cross. Has to go for the plant now. They're just going to flood the site. Mistakes under those bright lights. Alpha can't do anything. NRG, calm as ever.
And you can see the awareness is there. They're waiting for the Odin to ring out, but then they drift into these open sight lines.
I know it's going to be hard without any smokes to play in, but
they
got to know.
They got the showstopper ahead of taking sight here. It's really, really tough to watch some of these situations that Fnatic are second guessing themselves in. On the back of that, Marder now has a showstopper of his own. See, able to repurchase here, so Fnatic still with another chance to prevent NRG finding 11.
NRG, Fnatic exchanging goods, and Marder off the rip there. Couldn't quite claim the life of Alpha, but barely alive.
Just 4 HP. Down to the minute mark now.
Go get him.
NRG looking to get a little proactive here. Catch somebody off guard. And lucky not to find a kill.
Look at the stall on the site though, man. Maybe that's why they're eyeing up over to...
Oh my god, man. He's gonna look at the camera right afterwards. He knows.
God, that was good. 40 seconds, Fnatic looked lost, Mike.
Yeah, it's another situation where they can't make a decision. 30 seconds now.
30 seconds left.
Again, Alpha only at 4 HP, so basically a 3v5.
Marder being enough of a nuisance, trying to get away, gonna be found. Kayak, the one to again keep these rounds alive. He's been here before though. NRG have got to know that he's willing to dig deeper. Looks like the paranoia, yeah, he's still there, but the smoke with Boaster going to reinvest this. Paranoia primed. Might just have to send that soon.
I think on the back of contact here, yeah.
I'd imagine. There it is. Actually waited a little too long, perhaps. But Scooper on the pre-fire instantly removing Kayak.
Slow things down a little bit here now, but NRG back with another huge advantage.
And you've got to keep in mind the HP here for Alpha. Boaster trying to put bullets down range, but he's on 13 HP. Oh, and Brook clears him. Crashies gets caught. Alpha now would need nothing short of a miracle. NRG locked and loaded. It is again brilliance from the Americas boys.
It's that little synergy missing.
Oh man, that
from something, yeah. Heart-wrenching. I mean, this is just silky smooth from Marder. mean, they're feeling themselves, and like I said, they keep tapping into that.
It's such basic stuff, boys. It's such basic stuff.
Absolutely, I completely agree. It's the things that Fnatic usually look so refined, so well choreographed that are just slipping through their fingers. Kayak, by the way, fighting with heart right now.
Yeah,
I keep Fnatic in this.
This would have been over by now without him. He has been fighting tooth and nail for his side. But if it's only one of you, it doesn't matter. The rest of NRG standing together in this, and a broken purchase to try and make what feels like a broken stand. A little bit quicker, but eyeing up the C site, at least as a start.
Scuba still on guard though. Fnatic obviously once more dealing with the utility. Kayak going to try and make the treacherous cross on here. Bork again though, gonna shut it down.
He doesn't even have to see you! It's just a blender of bodies! NRG now on map point.
It's just so tough to watch them brute force into this time and time again. Again, credit to them for picking up the pace a little bit, but this has always got to be a factor in their thought process. 12-5 the scoreline, Lauren. 2 Odins on the board once more.
It might go out with a bang looking at this. Kayak, again, the bravest to go forward. Falls first. Finally, Chronicle is in the round. This doesn't mean that NRG are stopping anytime soon. A switch up of the setup. And Boast are trying to maybe figure it out here, but you've still got an Odin, you've still got a wall. But Chronicle has another. All right, Brock and Scuba.
You can see so close to spamming off that angle.
Not much. Wait, okay, there's not much more to be done about that, but by brute force, Fnatic have found a solution.
A bit of a misstep there as soon as the reveal comes through. Now a 4v1. I think Scuba's really going to entertain the idea. With Fnatic finding 6, but once more a long road ahead of them. No strangers to having to pull off a comeback.
That's true.
Scuba. Very confident nobody's on this side of the map.
I mean, we have to have the conversation. Repeatable success. We know that, yeah, Kayak's been really good. He's been firing up here, but this feels like the first time we've seen a bit of a Kron moment, right? 3 kills, impactful. Got to do it again. I've got to see some of these players activate. Yeah. Where's Alpha here?
Alpha's the
Where's
one
Crashies? Where's Kron? I need to see this. I'll let Booster off the hook. He's your IGL. We know what he can do. That's fine. Everyone else needs to step up now.
Quietly clawing their way back into some of these rounds, but again, in terms of what's sustainable for Fnatic, there's not many things you can really identify here. Like I said earlier, Crash is coming off the back of arguably one of his best series to date.
Yes.
Caution here.
Seemingly absent as well.
Now, feels a bit rinse and repeat, but the deeper paint shell is a bit worrying. Crash, he's caught! It's an early death, and that's why the ult's gone.
Oh, that one away from another showstopper here. Alpha is highlighted.
They take liberties across the map. It's something about NRG I like.
Yeah.
Som feeling a bit brave, playing up close to that smoke. They don't let you really take a moment to breathe. There is no fear, there is no respect. And Alpha is facing 3, he doesn't even know it.
Yeah, well, maybe just actually caught a glimpse of Scuba, but it's not to be. Now walking into Brock's setup, who does have his ultimate available.
Couple walls
A couple more, yeah, a couple more walls in between.
Toxins going up.
It looks like a commitment, and they've already lost control of the back lines. They're going to know that turret has been broken, so there is a timer on this for Fnatic. Do you carry on forward? Do you try and pivot towards B? Your options are becoming limited. 38 seconds. Smoke wall drops. Brock now pops the ult. 35 seconds, you got to go here. Where are you off to, Fnatic? Have a plan. Have something in mind. And well, that's one way to do it, but Marta is still closing in. 2 kills already, looking to follow up. He's taken away the lockdowns, but Alpha finally remembering who he is. Spike left though, 15 seconds, it's an issue. Marta on guard duty. I don't know if Kron can even get here in time. And Marta can walk away, knowing he's been the one to be the problem. 5 seconds, it's too far away. You can't get to the site. NRG running the clock down on Fnatic. It feels poetic to see as map 2 falls in their hands.